ang unang bugso ng bilangan para sa presidente. Nangunguna, Marcos, 958,219. Sa vice-presidente, number 1, Duterte, 925. At number 5, Lacson, 26,387. Number 3, Soto, 241,680.
Villar, 560,065 votes. Cayetano, 554,251. Pangwalo, Villanueva.
Onasan, 311,572. Number 19, Gadon, 297,000.
Get a chance to win in-game rewards plus daily and grand prizes. Sign up and join at dopowerup.com.
Checks and balances, and if not within the government, there should be checks and balances in terms of an opposition movement, right? So I think Leni has to have enough success tonight in whichever form to be able to say that hindi pa tapos ang laban, tuloy-tuloy ito.
And the enough success tonight should be shown in the 14.4 million
Yeah, I think
plus.
it really helps if she goes beyond what she gained in 2016. That shows resilience and potential to expand. If significantly lower than that, I don't think it's going to send the right signals in terms of her future.
Yeah. We're going to go to Davao, where David Santos is standing by. Ang pinag-uusapan din kasi natin dito, Sara Duterte.
Outcome of the elections, making sure the votes are counted correctly and accurately, and to meet with her volunteer groups to thank them for their support. She's expected.
When things get a little bit more exciting as the night, Manny Pacquiao, 234,434. Isko Moreno, 1,418,809. Ping Lacson, 679. Kahabol. And I'm not even referring to the UP Ateneo game.
I don't want to go
Sunday.
there.
Let's not go there. Yeah, but some people, especially the Leni supporters, are hoping against hope. They said, there could be a miracle. All these prayers, all these rallies, these really happy big rallies. Also, tomorrow we're expecting that decision from the Comlec and Bank, for the DQ case of Marcos.
Three cases. Yep. Well, I mean, one thing you can look at is the L2L corridor, Lingayen to Lucena and Cebu. If we can have a geographic breakdown, perhaps we'll have some ideas kung pwede pa siyang humabol. Because it seems...
Lingayen.
Because it's...
Lingayen.
Lingayen. Okay, sorry about my stress. It's not the... Sorry, Ilocano. Okay. Now I'm gonna play...
Ilocano.
Dead. Now you're playing your Ilocano. Okay, no, so I think that L2L corridor plus Cebu, that's something I want to watch, because I think Leni has still some chance to expand there, but the gap is just so big, and we're talking about ratio here, 2-to-1 ratio almost. And the other thing, remember, Duterte got 16 million. I mean, at this point, Marcos is even way higher than Duterte. Okay, no, so I think that L2L corridor plus
with this, BBM with 21.7 million votes, and then 10.2 million Leni. And then, everybody follows, and then yung mga lower ranking candidates,
Pacquiao usually benefited from not showing up in that press con. I mean, you could really see that the two guys, the stars
Easter
of that,
Sunday press conference,
our favorite discussion, the celebrity supporting you, all of that, but perhaps they should have been done earlier to generate momentum and all. As we mentioned, as time passes by, there's a diminishing elasticity in terms of voter preference. And we saw that exactly happening. I think if in January, Leni picked up the momentum, had the grand rallies, perhaps she had a better chance of cracking the kind of... 2019, should have given us a preview of what could happen in 2022, right? 2019 was in the surge of Democrats. She started that process in 2010 and 11, and it paid off in 2020. Been playing this marathon since they returned in 1991.
Right.
They never
Right.
left they never left power. They just left Malacanang a bit and been knocking on it for the past 3 decades, and they may finally get through. I mean, this is what we're looking at. So this is a really, really historic moment. This is not just another election.
And like you said, this is it. But anyway, okay, we're gonna have to speak now first to active.
Of that PH, our election returns as received by 10 p.m.
What percentage of the votes? Yung 63.78% of ERs, 53.43%. So ngayon, nasa 55% na tayo.
and transmit ng kanilang results. That
Isulat kamay, no, yung mga pangalan. Pero ngayon, what is fill-up rate? Or is that something a little bit too early to ask?
it's
We have proclamations happening in the municipal and the city levels in different parts of the country already.
is by Wednesday. Most of the local candidates, the winners of the local candidates have been proclaimed already.
Okay. Attorney, kanina ang daming, well, there were quite a number of reports, no, VCMs or
The 106,174 clustered precincts that we need to issue with VCMs.
the DQ cases against Bongbong Marcos.
That's correct, ma'am. Chairman Pangarungan had issued that statement yesterday that they will be promulgating consolidated, I believe, 4 cases regarding this.
Would you like to give us a clue as to what's coming?
It would be better for all of us to await the formal promulgation of the decision, ma'am.
Okay. Anything else you can add at this time, Attorney?
Okay, for our countrymen who had voted, rest assured that the commission will ensure that your votes will be counted. In fact, not just your votes, even my vote. I vote.
Sir, for joining us. Let's now speak to senatorial candidate Cheese Escudero, and we're going to bring up the senatorial vote, top 10 vote-rich provinces. George.
Hi, Pia. We're already here at the Lacson Soto headquarters in Green Hills, San Juan City, where their campaign teams have been monitoring the situation, the initial election results, and with the numbers that are coming in, although it's
Nothing statements against any or some of the candidates, but that's not.
Make a statement.
we have yet to hear a word if they will be showing up tonight, but the entire day they are not here. And Senator Lacson earlier told us that he will be just watching Netflix show the whole day. So we will see tomorrow if they will be coming up with a statement. Back to you.
George Cahilas there, who was with the Lacson Soto campaign, our beat reporter for this of 9:47 p.m. That's about 20 minutes ago in the noong 2016. Actually, 14.4 million votes yan noong 2016 VP race. Manny Pacquiao, number 3 with 2,066,021. And you said, Richard, earlier, no, he benefited by not showing up at that Easter Sunday press conference. Isko Moreno, 1,453,828 votes. Ping Lacson, 696,040 votes. They're followed by the race. Oh, and by the way, so yeah, mahirap magsalita ng patapos, ganon.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, what do you think? What can you attribute your, your
Hindsight is always 2020. Mas maganda at mas magaling na balik-tanawan ng ilang bagay kesa habang nangyayari yon. So, hintayin ko muna yung pagkakataon na mabalik-tanawan ng panahon ito.
You've had the long political history, Senator Cheese. You were congressman before taking over from your father, Salvador Escudero, governor. You were governor of Sorsogon. But you've been around for so long. You've also tried, you've attempted at a higher office, and that didn't.
It's wrong to describe how the Senate will be. At the end of the day, in a democracy, you follow what the majority wants. There's only one law, one rule you should follow in a democracy. What the majority wants. Walang may monopoliya ng magandang intensyon, pagmamahal sa bayan, at tamang payo kaugnay sa dapat gawin ng mga kababayan natin. Kung ano man ang hugis, itsura at kulay ng Senado, Yun ang gusto ng tao at yun ang dapat nating paobrahin para mapagsilbihan ng mas marami nating kababayan sa isang diktadurya. Walang sino mang isang
There may be some who will be unhappy with this outcome. Although, yeah, I mean, it's still partial, but it is enthusiasm, the fervor, how much they want.
may rason kung bakit natin binoboto, sino mang binoboto natin. At sa dulo, kailangan natin tanggapin, respetuhin at galangin kung ano ang
What people allied with Lenny fought against, and therefore that is not something they would.
natin mali yun, sangayon man tayo doon o hindi. Yun ang dapat nating sundin at galangin.
Respecting the will of the majority. That's what you're saying, Senator.
Hiling ko, sana anumang kulay na dinala natin.
Salamat po, Cheese Escudero. CNN Philippines is your most trusted destination for in-depth coverage of today's historic vote. We'll be back after this break. You're watching a CNN Philippines special coverage, the Filipino votes, election night 2022. Bongbong Marcos, a former senator, has mounted a huge lead over Lenny votes. Manny Pacquiao now breaching the 2 million vote mark with 2,066,021 votes. Isko Moreno, 1,453,828. Ping Lacson, 696,040. They're followed by Mangundato, Abelia, De Guzman, Gonzales, and Montemayor. In the VP race, it's still the same. Sara Duterte is still a number one. In a bit, we're going to be showing you the senatorial numbers also. Okay, just updated now as of 10:02 p.m., 23,017,285 votes for Marcos, 14.4 million mark. Manny Pacquiao.
Kasi hindi ko naman talaga ini-expect or talagang gusto kong mangyari na ako'y maging number one. From the start, ang sa akin ay si Sara Duterte at ang nakikita ko just looking at the numbers, mukhang meron na tayong nakikitang susunod na presidente ng Pilipinas at yan po ay si BBM dahil ang layo na at ilang presidente. Pia, yung talagang advocacy ako from the start nung ako'y magpa ng aking certificate of candidacy ay yung para sa mga laborers na for so many years sila ang OFWs natin. So nakatutok talaga yung aking advokasya doon, yung aking mga gagawing hakbang at mga batas na ipapasa ko ay patungkol sa kanila.
Alright, maraming salamat sa iyo, senatorial candidate Raffy Tulfo. Thank you very much, Raffy, for joining us tonight. Alright, Richard, okay, kanina, Cheese Escudero talking about how it's important to respect the mandate and, will of the majority.
Right.
People have spoken. And then, he says, I voted for Lenny, but if...
Whether in runoff or a single round, first past the post. But once you're the president, you're not the king in this country, nor are you a queen if you're a woman, right?
You're the number one public servant.
Exactly. At the end of the day, you're a public servant. You're supposed to be held accountable, right? So this is something we have to keep in mind. No? Even if another Marcos wins, they're not a royalty, right? They are just one of the political families in the country. So I think that's something that we have to keep in mind. So medyo, I'm sensitive when I hear will of the majority. I mean, of course, we have to respect the will of majority when we talk about elections. But we also have to we are a constitutional democracy, not a tyranny of majority.
So keeping people accountable, making him accountable if the numbers show that he is going to be president. So that means that the opposition will have its work cut out for it. At the same time,
Sara may win big, but at the end of the day, the Senate, I hope, are there doing their job, which is to make sure ma-uphold yung ating constitution, they scrutinize the government if something goes wrong, and they work together if this is in the interest of the nation. So I look forward to what is going to be their advocacy. Si Rafi Tulfo naman, emphasizing that he's going to really go there for labor rights, among others. That's an interesting thing to hear from a candidate attached to the administration. We hope to see that. We hope to see that hindi lang sila kumuha ng boto, but ginagamit nila yung boto na yan to also make sure there's accountability within government protection of people and underprivileged people. So yun, yeah.
What do you think a Marcos administration would look like?
As I said, there are many scenarios we can look at here. No, I mean, the first thing we have to keep in mind is a big part of any, again, prospective Marcos presidency is Sara Duterte. I think Sara Duterte has been a very big part of that if ever Marcos pulls off this victory. So that means any administration, yes, sinasabi nila VP is just a spare tire and all of that. Yeah. Unfortunately, the office...
Karina, David was saying she would set up like regional offices.
Right, and I think we have heard that Defense Secretary could be a position, at least a top cabinet position, not just a marginal consuelo position. So I think it matters how America, our Western allies, democratic nation, engage the Marcos, a potential prospect. You know, President Duterte comes from somewhere very...
You know, to ask you, you know, what would you tell all these Lenny supporters? And everything you've said tonight, no, is, I'm sure it's...
Selling your soul in the process, but have to compromise.
Yeah.
You might be a
in other
big
words,
enough base.
Yeah. Meeting the voters where they are, not scolding them, not saying...
Not lecturing
you don't know
them.
enough, I will educate you.
Yeah.
Or, continue to engage, continue to engage, continue to be involved. You know, Son, 723,218 votes, then followed by Mangundato, Abelia, De Guzman, Gonzales, and Montemayor. Are we going to show the VP? Not yet. Okay, mamaya na yung VP, but we do know that Sara Duterte is still leading. We now bring you to the most vote-rich province in the country with over 3.2 million registered voters. Caroline Bonquin has the latest from there. Caroline?
Pia, no votes have yet been transmitted here in the canvassing area.
She held her inauguration. Caroline, can you tell us more about why the lines in some polls?
So, some senior citizens take time. They're having difficulty voting, so that actually takes time, Pia.
All right. Caroline Bonquin, they are reporting from Cebu, 3.2 million, 3,288,778 registered voters. The number one vote-rich province in the country. The numbers now, as of 10/17 tonight, 23,522,103 votes for Marcos, inching closer to the 25 million vote mark. Lenny Robredo, 11,183,118 votes. Manny Pacquiao, 2,233,664 votes. Isko Moreno, 1,512,344 votes. Ping Lacson, 723,218. They're followed by Mangundato, Abelia, De Guzman, Gonzales, and Montemayor. The VP race, Sara Duterte, still number one. Are you going to show that right now? 753 votes. Tito Soto, 6,333,273 votes. They're followed by Willie Ong, Lito Atienza, Manny Lopez, Walton Bello, Carlos Serapio, and Lito David. The senatorial race, number one, if I'm not mistaken, still Robin Padilla with 19 million with 11.2 million votes. They're followed by Herbert Bautista, Giorgio Binay, Gibo Teodoro, Gilor Eliazar, Harry Roque, Greg Onasan. Oh, nalampasan na ni Greg si Chel Diokno, who is now number 19, and Larry Gadon with 7.5 million votes. That is as of 10:17 p.m. That is... This is the CNN Philippine special coverage, the Filipino votes, election night 2022. Bongbong Marcos has mounted a very huge lead over Leni Robredo. Marcos has 23,552,103 votes. Leni Robredo has 11,183,118 votes. This is as of 10:17 tonight. May 9, 2022, general national elections. Manny Pacquiao is at number 3 with 2.2 million votes. Isko Moreno, 1.5 billion votes. Ping Lacson, a little over 720,000 votes. They're followed by Mangundato, Abelia, De Guzman, Gonzales, and Montemayor. In the VP race, it is the same. The running mate of Marcos, Sara Duterte, is at number 1 with 23,322,041 votes. Kiko Pangilinan, a far second with 7,051,753 votes. Tito Soto, 6,333,273 votes. Doc Willie Ong, Lito Atienza, Manny Lopez, Walden Belli, the 9
Antabayanan. For your reporter, 60% of the clustered precincts ang natatransmit na. So we're hoping that the transparency server, the transmission will pick up further para sabay sila nung COMELEC central server.
As of 8:47 p.m. HQ na hindi daw muna kayo matutulog dahil
But yun nga, we are never complacent at walang kasiguruhan ito dahil ang kabilin-bilinan mismo ni Bongbong Marcos is let us not look beyond May 9.
All right, that was our earlier conversation, 10:32 p.m. Marcos has 24,070,851 votes, nearing the...
Yeah, I think the projection, one of the projections we saw is like 13. BBM closing on somewhere around 30 and Leni around 13. I think that's one of the projections I've seen.
All right,
so
okay.
This doesn't look too different from that, yeah.
All right, well, further on, Manny Pacquiao at number 3 with 2,316,665 votes. Isko Moreno, 1,538,874 votes. Ping Lacson, 733,999 votes. They're followed by Mangundato, Abelia, De Guzman, Gonzales, and Montemayor. Are you going to do the VP race also? Yes, Sara Duterte, still number 1. With Manny Lopez, Walden Bellio, Carlos, 0.2 million votes, and Jinggoy Estrada, JV's half-brother, with 11.5 million votes. He's at number 12. Number 13 is Jojo Binay, 14, Herbert Bautista, 15, Gibo Teodoro. And they're followed by Eleazar, Roque, Onasan, Diokno, and Gadon. We're going to speak now via Zoom to former Senator, and, well, so far looking like he could make a comeback, Jinggoy Estrada. Hi. Sir.
Hi, Pia. Good evening.
Good evening. Kamusta?
Well, still hanging on. Medyo ninenervous pa rin because I'm still in a very, very precarious situation.
Ninenervyos. So, hanging on. You're hanging on by your fingertips like this or what?
I really do not know kasi hindi naman pinapakita ng mga TV programs kung saan nanggagaling yung mga votes.
Yeah, well, that was
really
also my question earlier. Oh, that's what we want to see, kung saan nanggagaling sa mga yung mga presinto na to, anong mga lungsod, anong mga munisipyo, what provinces, and we don't have that information just yet, but we will find out soon. But so far, from your own projections, are you going to make it?
I think it's quite premature to say, but I think it's quite safe already.
Okay. Earlier, I was speaking to JV, and I was asking him, what's it going to be like kung dalawa kayong mananalo, and therefore magkasama kayo sa Senado? Sabi ko, mag-uusap ba kayo doon? Magpapansinan ba kayo? Ano bang mangyayari sa inyong dalawa?
Well, ako naman, well, based on the previous surveys for the past month, and Teneo. Tapos, I was appealing only for myself. And then, itong isang brat nito, I was really picked. And actually, ang sinabi ko rin sa group chat, okay, the group chat of the Ateneo High School 80.
80, yeah.
Yeah, kasi graduate kami, 1980. Nabubuking tuloy edad namin eh.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm asking about the course. We're going to go to that. We'll get back to you, Jinggoy.
Sa aming ipinaglaban, sa inyong sakripisyo, sa inyong trabaho, at sa binigay ninyo sa amin na oras, nakakayahan, ng sipag. Marami po tayong gagawin dito sa ating hinaharap. Maraming salamat sa inyo lahat. Magandang gabi po.
7 p.m. He has 24,565,511 votes. Still a very huge lead over Leni Robredo, who has 11,691,138 votes. Ang binabantayan natin dito sa numero ni Leni, kung malalampasan niya yung boto niya noong 2016 VP race. That was 14.4 million, 14,418,817 votes back in 2016. Nasa 11.6 million pa lang siya. Babatayan natin yung numero na yan. Ang binabatayan naman natin sa numero ni BBM ay yung malampasan niya yung 25 million vote mark. But anyway, number 3 is Manny Pacquiao with 2.4 million votes. Isko Moreno, 1.5 million votes. Ping Lacson, 744,000 plus votes. They're followed by Mangundato, Abella, De Guzman, Gonzales, and Montemayor. For the vice presidential race, it is still Sara Duterte who is in the number 1 spot with 24,411,764 votes. Kiko Pangilinan, number 2, 7,356,975 votes. Tito Soto, 6,585,200 are Jojo Binay, Herbert Bautista, Gibo Teodoro, Eliazar Roque, Onasan Diokno, and Gadon. Let's go back to Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Senator Estrada, you heard BBM, Senator Marcos.
Candidates are already there. And of course, congratulating him. I think
there was a lot of rancor and a lot of tension in this last campaign. It was a very bitter campaign.
No, all we want actually, not only me, all we want is respect and understanding. If you are with Leni, it's okay. If I am with Bongbong Marcos, it's okay. I mean, magrespetuhan tayo. At the end of the day, we have to support the newly elected president. Kasi if our newly elected president will fail, syempre babagsak din yung ating bansa. Now, if we will support the president and if he succeeds as president of the republic, sinong makikinabang? Ang taong bayan din.
Okay. My final question for you, Senator Jinggoy, is about your dad. Does he know already about your rankings, you and JV, and what was the last thing he said to you before election day?
I haven't. I just talked to him before the counting, and he was asking me what my rank was, and I said I was. I think I was around 11 to 12. So he just nodded.
Okay. Nakaboto naman siya. Was he able to vote? Yes?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Good.
He was assisted by my brother, Jude.
Okay. Sige. Any final words? Anything else you'd like to add, Senator Jinggoy?
Well, in case, thank you very much, Pia. In case I win in this election, I would like to thank all my all our supporters, friends, of course, my family, my mom and my dad, my wife and my children, my sisters and my brothers who really helped me a lot. Of course, kay Bongbong Marcos and Sara Duterte and all my fellow candidates under the unit team. Maraming salamat po.
And maraming salamat din sa inyo, senatorial candidate and former Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you.
Salamat.
Thank you.
We'll keep